This is not Junk the Collector. The dramatized retelling of a crew of intergalactic pirates who pillaged black holes for untold treasures. They called themselves the Black Hole Buccaneers. Ooh, I love the collection of books. A self-published tome. Everything in the world you ever cared about is all right here, and other nuggets from the collector. A book that details the different eras of historical dress for marine life. A collection of short stories about a builder who continually has accidents with their electric tools. The book goes into great detail about the various grunting sounds made by the protagonist. It's probably a reference to something. A novel about an ex-military investigator. They threaten to beat their enemies to death and drink their blood from a boot. It's noted that this book was so popular on its planet that children would incessantly shout, "I'll drink your blood from a boot," at each other. This eventually led to a worldwide ban of all footwear except sandals, which were deemed unsuitable as a blood-quaffing device. The room is extremely hot and humid, but the streams of lava provide ample reading light. Can we go around and look at more of the books, if there are any?
Yep.
Yes. A poem by Arik, titled Bearer of Null. Oh, is it about you?
This mold, loam flattened from careless repetition, Claire in the dream of the long dead theater, trapped in final utterance, life slips away.
A player in the dream. And repetition. The manual for an extremely pedantic maze game. A quote from the creator describes the experience as a love letter to fans of Trastero postal stamps.
Huh.
A collection of letters from a mourning father to his deceased son, Delecto.
Bake for Claire.
It sounds like Arik almost wants us to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's interesting.
What?
Just looking at her head from above. Her, like, third eye is kind of more of like a mohawk.
Well, for this particular suit.
Yeah.
A book about a stuffed yellow bear with a red scarf named Lancel. A catalog of nautical-themed medallions and their prices.
Okay, I think that's all of them.
Really? You're not going to check the other side?
I did.
Even around the corner? You can't.
Yeah, I can't.
You can't run there.
This must be one of the Umbra Elders. Better use the chant art game. Elders who in crepuscular part the eternal, and elders who...
I am the collector of the missing. I died 601 cycles ago, nose buried in a tomb. I am Umbra. One acolyte, Arik, remains apart from the Umbra when they are long past due, joining us. My Celium records indicate you have only managed to bring one lost soul into the eternal cycle during your time amongst the living. A garden must not only be well tended, but full of diverse life forms, Arik. Wait. Something else. I detect another soul. You are not Arik.
One moment. Arik only brought one soul to them?
Yeah.
Would that be Danderpaws?
Yeah. Probably Danderpaws.
Ah.
The voices in my ears whisper that you are not what you seem. What the void divided shall no Umbra unite.
Yeah. So she was divided into two people.
Mm-hmm.
Echo and then herself.
Yep.
How cryptic, incomplete, and pointlessly poetic. Such are the voices of timeless beings, but I have never known them to be absent a kernel of truth. You shall find no more help here.
I need to know if any other Voidrunners are alive.
Oh, we suppose we could do one favor for a biotic with such an aura of guilt and desperation. We keep fastidious records of all biotic visitors. Let me consult them for you. How fascinatingly dreadful. Another traveler bore the same burden as you. It seems they had brushed off our aid in favor of attempting to rekindle the light of a dead star.
Where are they now?
I'm afraid I don't know, dear stranger. I fear endless life makes my kind into hysterical historians. I must exhaust the last of my hospitality to tell you to leave. Your soul is not fit for collecting. You had better see to that to ensure your place in the Eternal Garden.
A dark pilgrimage. Soul is not worth collecting because it is not whole. So wait, do we have 2 more?
Yeah, so we're missing this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got 2 more at the end. I feel like we missed this one.
Back in the previous world.
Yeah, so I might have to look that
I
up.
love spending time with these tablets. How does Arik find the time to light all of these?
Ah! Well, now we know who lights the dungeon candles.
That is a rare thing indeed.
When they acknowledge the lighting of the dungeon candles.
Yeah, most games don't. Most games are just like, yeah, we got candles, dozens of them. Who lights the
Hundreds
candles?
of them.
Who knows? Maybe they're just there. It's like weather. You know,
Magic.
why does it rain?
There's probably one up on this island for logs. For poems. Speaking of mushrooms, we got more chanterelles today. And I'll have to figure out another dish to use with them.
Here we go. Okay. Right here. Nope, that's more bundled goop.
Well, you can go up the goop with the red plasma stuff.
I'm just checking for...
Hidden nooks and crannies.
Yeah, more logs, because there's one more.
Well, there it is.
Oh, well, that's easy. Oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, well, you're ambushed. So, destroy those guys first. Wait, that's targeting you from across the... Well, there's so many of them. That's what. They all have their sights on you. This seems like a vast graveyard.
Yeah. There we go.
Now, I know that in many places, graveyards are... They've expanded to their greatest point.
Yeah.
That's not so much an issue out here, but I know that in Europe, for instance, they have to recycle the inhabitants of a graveyard, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, what are more space-conserving methods?
I mean, one thing that would be kind of weird, I don't think most people would go for it, but like a,
Because I know there are the forest ones, where you just have the corpse fertilize a tree. But then it might be hard for people to find a place to
oh, that ain't gonna work.
sit and mourn. Though I always wonder why people mourn for their loved ones at the spot where their body is currently placed. And some of them may have been turned to ash as well. At
Oh.
which point they can be in an urn or something
Yeah.
else. Though you always see those comedy moments in movies where where an urn is tipped over and the cat uses it as a litter box. And you go, oops. I forget which movie I saw that in. It's an old comedy.
I'm thinking of like, I mean, I really like the idea of forests and parks. You know, graveyards themselves are kind of, I don't want to say drab. They are, though.
My great aunt and uncle have a plot where they were cremated, but their urns were put under these stones. And the stones do have plaques on them, but it looks more like a natural rock garden where there's winding paths and foliage and stuff planted around the rocks.
I mean, I think that sort of thing is fine. But I'm thinking, like, actual parks for, like, hiking and whatnot. Because I feel like our society has moved away from green spaces in kind of a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, what if graveyards just became... what if graveyards became kind of the new... Like, you know when you're at a park or a zoo or whatever and they have, like, you know, a bench dedicated to whatever?
Yeah.
You know, what if you had a pair of, like, you know, pretty trees of various varieties? Like...
It'd be sad if the tree that was associated with your family member ended up getting sick and dying.
True, but, like, trees tend to be fairly tough. Mm-hmm. As long as you've got a good botanist. Sometimes it doesn't take, and that's fair. But I still feel like you could do a lot with it as kind of a... Okay. Do we have any other jerks around here, or are we good? I think we're good, actually.
But I've often pondered it, and obviously it wasn't well documented back in the olden days. Usually you only recall people of note because their history is written about them.
Yeah.
But I just always feel so sad when you see hundreds-year-old tombstones in some of these graveyards, and you wonder if any of their descendants remember them or know them.
Maybe.
Or even an inkling of their stories or their lives.
I guess.
Not to say that everyone should set out to write a biography.
I think the main thing is, though, like, you can't be held back that much as a society by, like, your reverence for the dead.
Mm-hmm.
That it's like, nor should you expect or demand that people do so. Like, yeah, if you were historically relevant in some way, shape, or form, cool. But, you know, how many generations do you really need to visit your grave, even?
Mm-hmm. I suppose it depends.
The Starseed technology, the source of all void tech, was discovered in a place not unlike this one. Deep beneath our planet's crust, surrounded by magma beds, it emitted a faint but consistent gamma wave. I wasn't sure what to make of it. But Pyatt was convinced it wanted to be found, that it was divine intervention. God and the machine. Now I see he told me what I wanted to hear. He told me if we built it, then science as we knew it would be upended. He tells everyone what I want to hear, and I'm afraid in this darkest of hours, he found an open ear in the rookie. It's not too late. The Starseed be deactivated, destroyed. If only she could hear me. If there really is a God, then God help us all.
Whoa, wait. So, it was discovered in a place not unlike this one. So the Starseed caused all this? Pyatt was convinced it wanted to be found, then it was divine intervention or something. So she wants the rookie to destroy it. We shouldn't activate the Starseed?
Yeah. In this darkest of hours, he's found something ear in the rookie. Yeah, so we are the rookie.
Mm-hmm. Highlights Voidrunner stashes when scanning, but have we found them all at this point?
Yeah.
They tried to destroy the Starseed? Is that what happened here?
I wonder if there is going to be a choice at the end of this.
There's 2 endings.
There are? Oh, so it's at the destroy the Starseed or activate the Starseed?
Possibly, yeah.
I feel like it will be one of those situations where by destroying the Starseed, you end the loop, but by activating it, you continue it. Is that what this will be? We'll have to see. But what I was going to say with the tombstones and such, and the peoples and whatnot, is and how necessary it is for succeeding generations to remember them or come back to visit them and such. I suppose it depends on whether or not their only legacy is in their offspring or if it's in their creations, their actions and deeds. You know what I mean?
How the... Oh.
Ooh, the eyes up there.
Oh, I get it. This is stinky. This is hard. Yeah.
Because for me, it was always sad to think that for many people, what is it? There was a phrase, I forget who the original author was, but a person experiences 2 deaths. Is it the death of the physical self and then the death of their memory?
Yeah.
And of course, you can posit the question of, do people need to be remembered?
Past a certain point, yeah. Because I think that's the thing that I struggle with to some degree, is that I think the concept of mortality and, you know, death is scary, but at the same time, so many people seek to kind of shackle the living on their legacy in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
So specifically, we were talking about that, like, billionaire guy that fancied himself an architect. Like, 2 sessions ago.
Yeah.
And how much of what the guy is doing at this point seems to be more focused on kind of leaving a lasting legacy so that he's remembered after he's gone.
Oh, is it the, if you're rich enough, you can get your name plastered on several buildings?
Yeah. And so in this guy's case, he's specifically trying to get it plastered on a dorm that thousands of students are going to use as kind of a, like, you must remember me thing.
I was just thinking of all this because you know how this character is fighting so fervently to preserve her world,
Yeah.
right? And those that she cares for. And it seems as though these callous creatures are saying that immolation, destruction is their fate, and it's necessary for this cycle of theirs to curate their garden and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously
She's trying
Yeah.
her damnedest to save everyone. Yeah. we can think about it towards the end of this. I mean, like, we're almost at the end, but I want to see what the endings. Yeah.
I just worry that there isn't a way to play both. That you can only play one.
You have to play through the game again to get the other ending.
Unless it saves right before the final boss fight, at which point you just reload.
I just still often don't want to do the final boss fight a second time around.
Mm-hmm. That's true. We still have to find a couple of... Oh, is it free flying now? The creature?
Yeah, it is.
It's just you and me now. Come and get me.
We still haven't found the last of Arik's pages. I don't know if we should fight the creature until we found them. Because what if it activates the Starseed?
Okay. What is the name of it? It is Dark Pilgrimage. Oh.
So what is it? We're missing the third and the last two? Or did we find the last few that we needed? Also, have we been to that world at the bottom?
Yeah, it's the starting...
It's the starting area? The landing site. Ah, yeah. Yep. What's up? Or just a site littered with ads.
Yeah.
The last two are probably here. But these maps are expansive. But we might have to return all the way to the initial world where we saw Arik. Oh, isn't that interesting? Worlds that are similar have a color scheme associated with them. So, for instance, these mycelium ones are purple and orange. The aquatic one is that cyan blue to gold. And then the initial world that we were at with all the rails and such is the blue to red.
Oh. There's apparently 4 elders.
Oh, right. There was another one.
Or 5?
But wasn't the last elder... What did Arik say? Do we have to go back to his hut to hear from him where the other elders are?
So...
The elders... Wait, no. Oh, there we go. From what I can gather, they're located under the Whispering Sanctum in a cave surrounded by ancient bones, near a lake of lava on the other side of the Ultravoid, and on top of a lava ball by a graveyard, within a crystal palace. I think we haven't been to the crystal palace.
Yeah. No.
Within a crystal palace is by the graveyard.
So under the Whispering Sanctum, in a cave surrounded by ancient bones. So... we're missing the one surrounded by ancient bones. That's this one. This is Whispering Palace. This is the one under the bones. We got these two. And then there's one more in the Crystal Palace.
Okay. But didn't we find all of the bones?
Yeah. So I think we actually have to go back here.
Yeah, we do.
And Arik meets us at the last one.
Now, would the bones be underground in that one area?
Maybe? I don't know. It's got to be somewhere around here.
Well, we've met the collector. He was the one with the books. We've met the one that was hanging upside down.
We do this. We did that one.
I don't know if we've ever been under this light.
Or you've been through it, you just didn't get through the door.
Was there another special door that we didn't go through somewhere?
Yeah, because there's got to be someone... There's one other one around here, is my point. I mean, I guess I could actually look up a video guide. No. We know about the one in the lava area. But no, there's one more around here.
We're just trying to find the last 3 logs before we fight the big bird.
Oh, no, wait, no, that's Arik's house.
Arik probably isn't even there anymore to elucidate anything for us. You're not going to go into the underground catacombs with the bones?
No, because that's not it. We already got that one.
And you've been already to the top of that, correct?
Yeah, so I've got a guide here that says, the second elder is directly below another anomaly. In the lower section near the cathedral is a lone anomaly behind a mushroom spore door. Under this is a bone-lined cave. Wait. I might be able to recognize this location based on this singular photo. Is it that?
Bone-lined cave.
It is that one. Yeah, so it's saying there's something in that tower, I believe.
Have we opened it?
Yeah.
Well, we have to look beneath.
Bone-lined cave. Beneath. Oh, there. What if it's around to the side? There it is.
Oh.
This one we haven't been to.
You're
Yep.
right. We've never seen this one before. Let's look at everything. You sense something shifting inside the spore.
Is there an Umbra in there?
Ooh.
Looks like an Umbra Elder.
Can you lift your gaze to them?
Nope.
What was it again? Looks like an Umbra Elder. Elders who in crepuscular part the and elders who
I am the keeper of the rites. I died 10,044 cycles ago, whispering a prayer. I am Umbra. Your incantations are practiced and precise. You know the rites. But we see you don't understand the rites. They aren't just words spoken. What is spoken must become action. You shirk responsibility like an impudent spawning. Why do you refuse to join us in oneness, Auric? Forsooth, you are not Auric. You are a soul separated from their time, space, selves, home. Leave us, fiend, and never return.
The remnants.
I'm a stranger here, yes. But I'm no fiend. Do you know where the remnants came from?
An unorthodox request. I will grant you audience. I will consult the network on the origins of the malignant forces of which you speak. Yes, we have seen the growing piles of swollen dividing masses. They murmur doubts that your question is genuine. You are not all you appear to be. Your existence is a profanity. Go now, supplicant, and do not darken our path evermore.
I think that was all of the elders. I should go find the antecedent. Pretty sure Art mentioned a crystal palace.
I don't actually think that's Patrick Stewart.
It'd be cool if it was.
Yeah, it would be, but boy, that would probably be pretty expensive all the same.
So what did he say about the remnants again? I was a little distracted trying to think of whether or not it could potentially be him.
Oh, you were thinking it might be him too?
No. I'm the first that I heard, I thought, oh, that sounds similar to Ian McKellen or Patrick Stewart. But the more I listened to it, it started sounding more like Patrick Stewart. But it's probably an actor with another distinguished voice.
I think my problem with every single one of these elders so far is that they kind of react, I'm gonna say, kind of like we're a leper. As though we chose this. Mm-hmm. And I think I have this problem whenever anybody acts like this. Where it's like, you know, oh, you're scum. Oh. Wow, that's really obnoxious.
Growing piles of swollen, dividing masses.
This...
Whoa, what's going on here? Did it just have a weird...
It's shelling me from above. I might have to kill this thing.
Oh, you teleported back to this one. I see.
Because, yeah, it's above and it's shooting at us.
So the last two logs, do you think you find them in the Crystal Palace? Well, actually, can you look at Arik's logs? You can probably do so from the safety of a structure.
Oh.
Yep, can't stop there.
Really digging the music on this section, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, HP is back. This is really a new spot. No, we have to find the Crystal Palace, which is around here, and I've forgotten which spot it is.
Can you just briefly look at Arik's log? Let's see.
Yeah, so...
Oh, so we only have the last one? Oh, I've talked to the four elders. They didn't seem to approve Arik's choices. They had no interest in helping me. All that's left is to talk to him. Oh, no, the antecedent. She's the oldest of them all. And that's at the Crystal Palace.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. We just have to fight.
Oh, that's the Crystal Palace right there.